So today's Do You Remember boot is going to be this. So this is the Puma Evospeed Fresh. So this is a bit of an interesting boot and an interesting concept. So essentially what we have here, this is sort of the fourth version of this boot's upper that we could get. So you get the incredibly lightweight and thin SL boot that would break after a few games, up to 10 games. The really nice SLS microfiber one, like the Tricks one over my shoulder. You get it in leather as well, and then you get it in this, being the Fresh. So this was sort of like a knit-based upper, and sort of the whole concept of this version of this boot was meant to be breathability and trying to keep your feet cool. So similar to like the idea we had back in the day on like the Predator Power Swerve climber cools. So sort of Puma's version of that, where it's meant to be really breathable, really lightweight, and keep your feet from sort of getting hot, sweaty, overheating sort of thing. So an interesting idea, but not a great execution. So with these boots, they had almost zero lockdown. There's nothing to this boot either way you push it. It's kind of funny because you do have the support mesh branding there, which is just this tiny piece of like nylon just laid on top of it, which is see-through, and it basically does nothing. So lockdown was not good in these at all. And then you had it on one of the least durable sole plates in terms of uppers. That just sole separation was very common on these. Lockdown wasn't great, and then you couldn't have this as your only pair of boots. One, because of the durability, but secondly, like if it rained, it was just letting all the water in. These are not waterproof at all. It's meant to breathe in and like let all the air out, but that lets all the water in. So you had a boot that wasn't waterproof, would break really easy, and had no lockdown, but all in the sake of having an incredibly light boot and to have it more breathable. So an interesting concept. I don't think it was a great execution, although I love the way these boots look. I love the way it goes from that really nice blue and then fades into that yellow. I think that looks great, but a really fun boot to play in, but not one that I would recommend. The Puma Evospeed Fresh.